He's asking about the journey, where did I start filming and where. So I'm from the north of Mexico, I'm from Chihuahua, and I wanted to start a movie in the north, because usually when you talk about corn in Mexico, you talk about the center or the south of Mexico because it's very well known and the indigenous group over there are very famous. And there's a lot of diversity and many groups, like the center, the south of Mexico is overpopulated. And in the north, there's not that many people. It's like here, you know, like you have one town and miles later, another town. That's how the north is. But in the north of Mexico, there's land. And when there's land, that's where the big industrial agriculture happens. So I wanted to start to talk about more about them, about in the north. So I filmed in Chihuahua, and I filmed in Sinaloa, which is the north. And then I needed to complement the movie with, of course, other points of view, so it would become more richer. So then I did a tour through Mexico City, Hidalgo, Tlaxcala, Veracruz, Oaxaca, and Puebla. I wish I would have gone to other places because the beauty of Mexico, every state is different. In each state, there's a different group of indigenous people. In each state, there's a different way of farming the land, of eating corn. Everything is different. The diversity in Mexico is amazing, it's so rich. So I wish I could have filmed much more, but money and time, and I needed to keep it like in 80 minutes. To talk about corn, you can make many movies and you can focus on many different issues. So that's one of the challenges I had. I filmed it took me 5 years to make the movie, and I researched for 1.5 years. And I said, okay, what do I want to say and what do I want to film? And I knew that I didn't want just one vision, like the indigenous vision, which is everybody wants that. But you need to know more than that. And then I said, so okay, I want the indigenous vision because the indigenous vision is, they only work with a family. As you see in the movie, it's not only one person. It's the father, the mother, the uncle, the grandfather, and the kids. They don't work the land if the family is not together. They feed themselves communally. And that's one of the dangers if Monsanto comes to Mexico, that's gonna disappear, you know? So then I wanted the vision of the dry farmers, because the dry farmers in Mexico are the most affected. Because when NAFTA came, when the NAFTA agreement came to Mexico, when the NAFTA agreement was signed, the Mexican government said to the United States, okay, you bring the sweatshops, the factories, and we'll give you the workers. So where are those workers gonna come from? Not from the cities, from the rural areas. So that's when the Mexican government cut all the subsidies for farmers. So only the medium and rich farmers were able to keep growing food. But the rest of some of the medium and low farmers, small farmers, weren't able to produce because they had no subsidies. And the Mexican government closed down the communal store, which is a Conasupo that the movie talks about. This communal store was amazing because it doesn't matter how much you produce, you could always sell your crops to them. If I produce 2 kilos of maize or 10 tons of maize, you will go and sell to this store, this communal store.